Good morning, everyone. Namaste. We are going to call in Archangel Michael to cleanse all negative and lower vibrations from our mind, body, and soul, placing the white light of protection on us with this blue seal. We are going to be reading more on setting boundaries to find peace with narcissists and codependence. We currently are reading. We are still on chapter 1, overused labels. And it says, thorns and snares are the way of the crooked. Whoever guards his soul will keep far from them. Proverbs 22:5 SB. When I look at narcissism through a vulnerability lens, I see the shame-based fear of being ordinary. I see the fear of never feeling extraordinary enough to be noticed, to be lovable, to belong, or to cultivate a sense of purpose. And that's by Brene Brown. And we're on your quick workbook part, the exercise that aims to help you practice self-awareness, understand yourself better, making changes towards a happier. So the first question that they want you to write down, so you can pause this, get a pen and paper, and you can write it down or save it to your favorites so you can do it later. But these are, to me, important. This is the shadow work aspect that people talk about all the time, doing the inner work, the shadow work. Because we can always blame narcissists, but a healthy, healed empath, like someone like me who has done the work, is no longer impacted by a narcissist. You are impacted by them, and they are triggering you because there is growth that needs to occur on your part. You need to learn to set boundaries. You need to learn to love yourself. You need to not allow anybody to take down your self-worth. So the first question is, write down 10 things you did for others within the past few days, both big and small. Second question is, identify which of these actions were motivated by a desire to help the person and which motivated by fear of rejection or abandonment. Number 3, identify in which these actions you prioritize others above yourself. Number 4, write down 10 things that others have done for you within the last few days. Number 5, identify which of these actions are helpful and healthy and which enable you to be a codependent. Number 6, identify a specific relationship or situation in which you struggle with codependency. Number 7, describe your feelings, thoughts, and behaviors in the situation. Number 8, what do you think their underlying needs or fear in this situation are? Number 9, how does your codependent behavior serve you in the short term? Number 10, how does it harm you in the long term? Number 11, write down what you want to change about your codependent behaviors. Number 12, write down a list of positive traits and values that you want to cultivate in yourself, such as self-care, self-respect, assertiveness, independence, boundaries. Number 13, consider how you can start to develop and embody these positive traits and values in your life. This may include seeking therapy, engaging in self-reflection, setting boundaries with others, seeking support from friends and family. I'm going to go further than that. Surrender your problems to God if you're struggling with this aspect, if you feel like you're a people pleaser. Surrender this to God, source, first and foremost. Ask for his help. Once you do that, at that point, he will then start to guide you on the journey that is going to be for your best and your highest good, is what I did myself and I am still doing on a daily basis. Chapter 1 takeaway. There are all sorts of humans on earth, and in fact, there's a lot of us that aren't very good people. I'm going to go further than that. People are all good people. We're all of God. People just forget that when they come to this earth, and it is not taught to us. We're meant to forget that. And then we go through a ton of trauma, and then all of a sudden now we're not good people. But in general, I don't believe that people aren't good people. That's why really bad people still have good qualities to them, because of that reason. I did a study once in my master's degree for psychology on Charles Manson. And I went into it with a notion that he was going to be a really bad person. And I ended up really feeling bad for him after I did the project. He had a very difficult life. His mom was very much detached. He had to raise himself. He had to deal with abuse in all forms. How could you expect a child to be raised like that to grow up to be a productive, positive human being, especially without getting any help? And back then, people didn't get help. Anyways, it says the narcissist is one of those not really good people. Identifying them isn't all difficult. Dealing with them, however, is hard, and you must be ready for this. Interdependence is the code of humanity. We can do anything alone, and we will always need the help of others. But just like anything else in this world, abusing the principle even a bit will lead to a relationship where a person literally cannot do anything without the other, i.e., a codependency. This is obviously not the best case scenario. Things can get really dicey. So I'm going to leave it at that, but just know that a healed empath, which is a codependent, more than likely, a healed empath is a narcissist's worst nightmare, because the narcissist has low self-esteem and the codependent doesn't know that. It thinks the narcissist is in charge, which helps the narcissist to have better high self-esteem, feeling that he's in charge. But the codependent, once they heal themselves, will no longer give that to the narcissist. And the narcissist knows, the codependent knows who they are. The worst fear that a narcissist has is being discovered or being outed by people. So they will do everything to try and make it seem like the person that's about to out them is actually the mean person. They will play the victim, and they will go around telling anybody who will listen to them about how they're a good person, how the person that's about to out them is the bad person. So just know that you have that power over them, because their worst fear is being outed. So I love you all. Have a blessed day, and namaste.